Welcome back, Omnibuds. My name's Kevin, and last night I finished reading Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chang. This story was amazing. I read it in 3 nights. Brian K. Vaughan delivers again. He's my absolute favorite writer of all time, and I could not wait to do this review. So grab a cup of coffee and let's check out this book. So here is Paper Girls. I'm only going to show you the deluxe edition, book 1, just so I don't give away too much of the story if you've not read it. But this did come out in 3 oversized hardcovers in classic image. It also had a trade paperback release, of course, and then more recently it had a compendium. But just give you a brief overview of the story and let you see some of the art. We'll stick to book 1. The colors on this book are amazing, and I think the colorer, which was done by Matt Wilson, I think he won awards for this book. So what is this about? This is Brian K. Vaughan, Cliff Chang. It came out in 2015, and it ran through 2019. And this story follows 4 12-year-old paper delivery girls in 1988 in what I think is a fake city called Stony Stream, Ohio. Brian K. Vaughan grew up in Ohio. The 4 girls are Erin, who's right here. She's a Chinese-American Catholic school girl who asks a lot of questions, and she's new to the area and looking for friends. It also follows Mac right here. She's the cigarette-smoking and constantly swearing badass. And then there's KJ, who, let's see if we can get a picture of KJ. Here's KJ. KJ, she's a private school going young Jewish girl who plays field hockey, who's also very confused about who she is. And through this story, she finds out a little bit more, and it's really fun. And then we get Tiff here. Tiff is the adopted daughter who she's obsessed with video games and technology. So while delivering papers on the morning after Halloween in 1988, Erin, Mac, KJ, and Tiff stumble into a war between 2 future factions of time travelers, and they are immediately sucked into this war. As we go throughout this story, which is 30 issues long, the characters time travel through different eras. They go back to the early like 1600 BC. They go all the way pretty deep into the future. They meet different versions of themselves, which if you're a Back to the Future fan is always a no-no. But they're trying to figure out, how did they get sucked into this? What is their role in this war? And how do they get back home? They go, like I said, pretty far back into the past. They visit 2016, which was around the time this was being written. They go back to 2020, and they get to experience the Y2K craze. But as you can see, the art is phenomenal. The coloring is amazing. This is very, very 80s. It's a mix of sci-fi, 80s nostalgia, and really just an emotional coming-of-age story. And ultimately, this story is about a growing friendship, young girls finding out their identity, and the choices that shape them and who they will become. Like I said, a few of them meet their future selves and are sometimes disappointed in who they turn out to be, and it really makes them reflect. But I absolutely loved this story. I flew through this in 3 nights. I could have done it in 1 day. It reads so well. Brian K. Vaughan is the king of dialogue, and I think the king of pacing a story. It's just really hard to put this down. Each oversized hardcover, if that's the way you have it, collects 10 issues, and 3 oversized hardcovers equals 30 issues. Really awesome story. And he sticks the landing, which is always hard to do on these things. He really sticks the landing. It's emotional. We'll get a little view on the characters here so you can see. So here's Aaron. Here's KJ, Mac, and Tiff. And some really cool extras. A lot of it's based on the art and the coloring in the back of each book. But The Secret in the Basement, time travel. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down there and let me know what you thought of Paper Girls. I absolutely loved this. This is classic Brian K. Vaughan. The pace of this story is perfect. The dialogue of this story is perfect. The art from Cliff Chang is fantastic. The coloring is amazing. Just everything about this book is A+ material. Reading this story, it really brought me back to the 80s and some movies like uh, Back to the Future, which is actually referenced in the book. Gave me a lot of Goonie vibes. Terminator, which is again referenced in the book. Oftentimes, I kind of felt like I was in a Ghostbusters universe. People have compared it to Stranger Things, which I've not watched, but now I feel like I kind of have to. But really, what this reminded me of from start to finish was Stephen King's Stand By Me or The Body, but starring four 12-year-old girls instead of young boys and set against a backdrop of time travel. This was a coming of age story. These girls, changed from start to finish and really kind of learned more about themselves. And, time travel and sci-fi and all that put aside, this was a character story, and I absolutely loved it. Do me a favor, read more comics, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next review. Thanks.
Hey, Omnibuds! Be sure to check out the Omnibuds Cafe merchandise store where you can buy mugs, t-shirts, stickers. We're using earnings to buy equipment for YouTube and to fund more giveaways. Who doesn't like giveaways? So click the link in the description and start shopping.